Hi, welcome. This is the Astro Tarot from, let's see, August 1st for the week of August 1st. And I'll start off with the tarot pool for this week. And what I do is I do past, present, and future. And since we do it every week, it's only going to be like 3 days in the past, today, and 3 days in the future through the week. Okay. And then we'll go over the chart for the week. Okay. So here we go. Welcome. And I have other series also. I'm learning A Course in Miracles. So what I do is I read it, and we're on lesson. I think we're on lesson 121 right now. So so they're all included, and yeah, I have been an astrologer now since 2014. In addition to being an artist, I started to draw the charts, your personal charts. If you are interested in one of those, I will. I'll leave my email in the description below. And also, if you are interested in a reading, an Astro Tarot reading personally for you, I can do that as well. So we can meet up on Zoom. And that would be great. So the deck that I use, it's just the major arcana with the original medieval Visconti deck. So the drawings or the paintings on the cards were passed out during dinner, and then they actually played a card game. So so it's a divination now, and so let's see what we're going to be asking to reveal a broader, more detailed picture of the energy fueling our week, our situation. If you have a question, let's take a deep breath in and out. Hold your question. Have it ready. All right. All right. So we're going to do past, see how the week went. And the first card is the Chariot. So the end of July was pretty quick, right? It just was like, whoa, it's the end of July, and here we are. The Chariot brings it in pretty quickly. It's a fabulous card. These are not the easiest to see with my ring light here. You can see it in my glasses, but isn't it just a fabulous card? It has a lot of energy. So the week had a lot of energy. I know it did for me. There was a lot going on, a lot of working, a lot of like organizing, all of that. Lots of energy, especially when you have Mars is hanging out with Venus, and so Mars is like, what do you like? Let's go. Let's do this thing. You know, Venus is about what she loves, and Mars is the action, right? So it's the male, female, getting things done. So you have the female energy of the feminine energy, and then you have the male energy of going forward, the action. So the imagination, the thought, the planning, the chaos, the beauty, the robes, holding the wealth and the dreams and the value, and going forward. So that was we had a great week, and maybe a little frustrated because so much was going on. All right, so this is today. This is present. Oh, the world. Yes. Well, with all that work that we did, we get to have the abundance of our dreams. The world. We can, if we do the work, the world is ours. We can manifest. I love this card. Isn't that beautiful? Like that. Fabulous. All right, this is going to be the future. Oh, change, decisions, with all that activity, all that heat. And plus, this is a fire card. You know, we're in Leo season. So there's a lot of fire, fixed energy. We have to make a decision. We have to make decision here, deciding. But it's going to be something that's going to be, it's not going to be the easiest, but it's going to be whatever we need to do. We have to get through it. We have to get through the fire, right? So the Devil card gives us that. To me, it looks like the Lover's card, where you have the choice as well, you know. So this may be a breakup. This may be something where you have to move on, you know, because of you know what we've been manifesting and what we're going to be having, right? And so I'm not sure which way it shows, but this is pass. From working so hard, getting what we want, getting what we need, the value. The world is today. We've manifested our dream, and then let's decide what's happening with this relationship. The Devil card. We have to watch our motives, and I think that that's a strong theme that we're going to see in the chart today. So let me go ahead and real quick share the screen with you. And my desktop is messy. Do you have a messy desktop too? All right, let's get this enlarged. All righty. All right, so here we go. You can see in the chart for today, this is today's chart, August 1st. You can see a lot of red lines, and so those are squares and oppositions. Well, first of all, you know, horoscope, what does that mean? What does a horoscope mean when we're going to have a horoscope? Horo is the Greek word for time, horo, and that's the beginning of the word, and the origin of the end of the word, scope, scopos, observer, so time observer. And when we do astrology, it's the study of the correlation between the celestial movements and earthly events. So when you look at a chart, yes, it has a lot of, it's a language. Astrology is a language. It has glyphs and symbols, and it has housing and numbers. So let me just explain it to you for the week so that you can understand. So you can see here, you know, like with moon's in Taurus, and so is Uranus. Uranus has been here. It's been here. Uranus, I say it every week. Uranus and Taurus. Uranus. So this square, this big square. So the red line squaring to the sun, and the sun is conjunct 10 degrees in Leo with Mercury. How we communicate, how we think. So Mercury is that communication. Mercury also, if you're interested in synastry chart, which means, you know, to see you and someone else, if you are a good match for each other, your Mercuries have to be able to relate to each other, because what's the most important thing in a relationship? Well, one of the most important things is communication. The other thing that's most important in a relationship is soul purpose. So all the personal planets, the ones closest to the sun, are your personal planets, and they need to have relation to each other. Mars here in 2 degrees of Virgo has opposition and square to the moon, has a square to the moon, has opposition to Jupiter. Jupiter's still in, well, it just moved over to 29 degrees. It's in retrograde. So it was at 1 degree last week in Pisces, in its own sign, original sign. And now it's at 29 degrees as it's going backwards into Aquarius. So it's been like, it was like that back in December of 2020. And so it's just going to be hovering here. And here you see Saturn here, the malefic planet of government and work, is right here in opposition to Mercury and Sun. So let me explain a couple things. Like, there's really some nice blue lines. Those are sextiles. The squares give us not only difficulty, but let me explain to you. A square is a hard aspect. It's like a 90 degrees. So let me see. So it's bound to produce tension between involved planets, energies, and houses. It may help to move activity in stuck situations. So if there are squares, it may move the situation along because of the tension. And it also illuminates a stressful situation that can be resolved. So we can't solve a problem until we know what it is. And when there are squares in the heaven, yes, it's like, oh, there's squares in my chart, there's squares in my heaven. You know, it is what it is. We have to be able to mature and get through. It's how we solve problems. This makes our character. And life is like that. Life on life's terms. It happens. Things, you know, we can have a wonderful, you know, great outlook on life. We have great attitude. We have gratitude. Life still happens. You know, it's better to live absolutely in a gratitude situation in your mind. You know, that do that work for yourself spiritually. So this way, when the squares come, you're not like, oh God, this is happening again. Oh, my life is shit. No, everyone has problems. It's how you live on earth with your attitude. And it's important to be able to find ways to find your joy. You know, finding your joy. What do you love in the world? That's a Venus. Venus right now is in Virgo. It's at 13 degrees Virgo. It's on the descendant of the heavens right now. Its opposition is to Neptune, which is the love of the world. Neptune in Pisces, unity and love in the world. And the opposition right now is, you know, what do I need for myself? How do I need to refine? Venus in Virgo is refining, is, you know, maybe, you know, nothing's good enough, but that's how Venus in Virgo, it is in detriment, they say, but I think that it refines the person when they and that's what we're in right now. We're crossing the T's and dotting the I's. We're seeing what do we really want and love, and we have to do the work, which is the discipline, the daily activity. It's, you know, it's opposition to that. Oh, this life is wonderful. Let's just play music and frolic in the land of Galilee. And, you know, Venus right now is saying, well, you know, I'll do that after I know what I like and who I am. And then we can do that. She's going to be moving around. So other things about squares: compromise and effort. It's necessary in charts and life stories to initiate action. Stimulation is given there. And misunderstandings are also apparent with squares. There's misunderstandings and handling them as necessary in relationships with ourselves and others. This is the way we grow. Now, other items here, we have sextiles, which are the blue lines. Those basically, they're 60 degrees. They're highly compatible energies. There's a lot of talent. There's friendly, flirty ease and cooperation with flow. The trines are 120 degrees. I'm just teaching you a little bit about what the language is, natural harmony and talent. And right now, there is no grand trine in the heaven right now. There are just trines and sextiles. We have right here, we have this small triangle here. So those are good flowing energies. So you have in the earth signs, in 2 earth signs with Pluto in Capricorn in the 11th house, and then the moon right here. You know, the moon moves every 2.5 days. So the moon in Taurus is just feeling, sensing its, you know, the feeling, its pleasures. This is a good time to go and have a nice meal. Have a nice meal. Have that yummy stuff. Feel your feelings and put your toes in the sand or the grass or wherever you are located. Do that. That's what that's about. So I guess other things, I mean, you know, the sun right here in Leo, it's how I express my energy. You know, like sun in Leo is about creativity, childlike fun and joy. You know, and when it's conjunct with Mercury, Mercury is mindset, how to activate it, how much stimulation it needs in life. It just gives us messages, and it's how we communicate. So I think this is just showing us that, you know, we have to know what we value. We have to know what the problems are in order to solve them. And with the card pool today, it just shows that we need to work with the squares and the oppositions. You know, when you have the oppositions with Saturn, I mean, Saturn is the planet of contraction. Where have you put in the work, the discipline? What is so like your soul and your you know is having this conversation with Saturn, you know, having this like sit down, let's have a meeting kind of conversation. Where are we putting the work in? What do you want to do? New moon is coming up on the 8th. It's a Stargate new moon in Leo. So let me go ahead and stop sharing, and then we'll talk a little bit more. I think that's really, let me see. I wanted to look at this, talk about a little bit of fun here, because Leo is all about fun. Like what kind of vacation to have, like for Leo, because, you know, school's going to be starting soon, right? So quick, the summer goes by. So before you go back, Leo, let me read this. Leo throbs with the lion's heart. And as the lion's gate is coming up next week, and I'll talk about that more in next week's video. So passionate, theatrical, vivacious. You're creative, artistic, loyal, and optimistic. Follow your instincts and unleash that inner artist on your next great escape. So you can like sign up for a pottery class, a painting workshop, a knitting, you know, you can learn how to knit, something that's going to like pull out that creativity, like, you know, get the brushes, set up a place to paint, set up a an area to draw something, you know, work on your, you know, play the piano, anything, something to be creative, a new creative, something new. So yeah, there's all kinds of things that's, you know, Leo is a hands-on type of energy. It's fiery, but it's also fixed. It gets things done, and it also you know, manifests in this courageous, wonderful way. And so yeah, I think that if we have courage to change, we will be better for it. What skill or hobby are you thinking about? And to manifest. And with all the energy coming up, and with that, you know, with the cards that we pulled, you know, I'm thinking about the World card, which is today, and the Chariot brought us there, you know, and yes, some things are going to have to fall away. So with the Devil card, things are going to have to fall away, and they will, either with your choice, or they will just naturally go. So hopefully the squares won't cause too much exaggeration to our troubles, right? Because if we pray to not exaggerate our troubles, then they won't overwhelm us. So I think that's, I think that's important. We need to also, with Leo in mind this week, is to infuse our personality into what we do, into our work. That may be something that can be a creative outlet for you as well. So with that, I want to say thank you, and I will see you next week. And if you would like a reading, a personal reading with me, I will leave my email in the chat, and look forward to seeing you again, and have a wonderful week. Bye.